A tense atmosphere grips West Asia as US President-elect Donald Trump has issued a grave warning to the Hamas over the release of Israeli hostages. Amid growing protests in Israel calling for hostage release and stalled negotiations to be resumed, the situation remains critical. Meanwhile, Iran's president has urged Israeli withdrawal from Syria. Let's dive into the details of this unfolding crisis.
US President-elect Donald Trump issued a stern warning to Hamas, demanding the immediate release of Israeli hostages kidnapped in the October 7, 2024 attack. Trump was speaking to journalists at a press conference in Palm Beach, Florida, where he was joined by Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff.
All hell will break out. If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone.
Trump's warning comes at a time when the families of the hostages are anxiously waiting for their loved ones to return home. Israeli protesters in Tel Aviv took to the streets, calling for the immediate release of hostages as Gaza ceasefire deal negotiations appear to make little progress.
The efforts are ongoing. The technical meetings are still happening between both sides. There are no principal meetings taking place at the moment.
Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian called for the withdrawal of Israel from Syrian territory following the fall of long-term Tehran ally Bashar al-Assad. During a press conference with the visiting Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammad Shia al-Sudani in Tehran. Meanwhile, the Israel-Hezbollah conflict has displaced several people, and the United Nations and the Lebanese government are seeking an additional $371.4 million in humanitarian aid for these displaced people. The extension builds on an initial aid appeal for $426 million launched in October as all-out war flared between the two sides and sent hundreds of thousands in Lebanon fleeing their homes. Bureau Report, DD India.